Hi Chelsea fans, Chels Daft here, back with a video for you this evening and focusing on three particular stories. You've already seen the title of this particular video. We're going to get into it in depth and I'll give you my honest opinion because that's basically what you want to see. That's why you're watching this particular video. And we're going to get into it. No waffle, no BS, straight to the point, and hopefully you enjoy it. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. We're trying to do a lot more videos these days, so welcome along. Make sure you have a look around, drop a like on the video for me, hit that subscribe button, and also the bell for notifications. So you're notified when my videos come out. So, without further ado, let's get cracking. So let's start with this particular story run by the Express, and it's the fact that Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are both willing to meet Toni Rudiger's new contract demands. As we know, he's negotiating a contract with Chelsea and it's pretty much come to a standstill. There's not a lot happening at the moment and he's asking for a massive pay increase as to what he's already on at the club. Now, yes, Toni Rudiger has been outstanding since Thomas Tuchel come in. He's been great for us. He's been a rock in the defence, great tackle in the Champions League final, if you can remember, late on against Foden. And you just have to say that he has been an instrumental part of Chelsea's success with Thomas Tuchel. That's the positive side of things. The negative side of things for me with Toni Rudiger, and I have said it on my channel numerous times, is this instinct on the pitch to get involved in things he doesn't need to be involved in, or lunge into tackles or make little digs or little clips of people, and he gets involved in argy-bargy, which he doesn't need to be involved with. And just some of the tackles he puts in, which is ridiculous. He doesn't need to do it. And there's that element that's still in his game. Despite the fact that he's been there for a period of time under Thomas Tuchel, and Tuchel defends him, of course he does, because he loves Toni Rudiger, which is clear. But he's got to get that out of his game. Now, when it comes to his contract and asking for an extortionate wage hike, you have to wonder what Chelsea are going to do, really, because are they going to succumb to Rudiger's demands, or will they sort of sit and think, well, hold on a minute, you know, you're playing your heart out for Thomas Tuchel, you know, you were dropped by Frank Lampard, let's all be honest, and remember that he wasn't playing for a period of time, whatever reason that was, and there's reports that he was involved in what happened with Frank Lampard, which is not confirmed, just rumour at the time. But you have to wonder if Chelsea sort of refuse to sort of back down over his extortionate demands, if they're going to let him go and if he will go. Because you have to wonder with a player when it comes to things like that, is it just the money that is all important, or is it the fact that, you know, you want to move to a bigger club? Yes, Real Madrid are probably the biggest club out there, but Bayern Munich, pretty much you're going to win the league every season unless Dortmund turn up. And that's it, really. It's not really much of a challenge, and that's no disrespect, it's just a fact. We all know how hard the Premier League is, the best league in the world. Why would you want to leave the European champions? Why would you want to leave a team where there's so much potential, a young, exciting team? Why would you want to go and leave that just for money? So let's see what happens with Rudiger, but all I say is that he's not indispensable. If his demands are extortionate and the club are refusing to back down, let him go. Simple as that. It's obvious that it's not a love for the club. It's not the love for being involved at Chelsea. It's just money driven. And if that's the case, you got to let him go. Simple. Next story up is Marcos Alonso. Again, this is from the Express. And the fact that Inter Milan are setting their stall out in the January transfer window and they are going after Marcos Alonso. Now, we all saw last season we were lopsided with three left backs or left wing backs with Emerson, Chilwell, Marcos Alonso. It became clear over the course of the season and when Thomas Tuchel arrived that it was Emerson that was the one that was going to be released or going to be sold on this summer, despite the fact that coming into the Italian team after injury, he come in and played extremely well in a pivotal role in the fact that Italy won the Euros. He was outstanding, you have to say. But as far as the Premier League goes for Chelsea, he didn't pull up any trees at all. So it was clear he was going to go. He's gone out on loan this season with a view to a permanent move, and he'll probably go. So it leaves us with Alonso and Ben Chilwell. And you've got the Chilwell situation where Thomas Tuchel has spoken openly about the fact he didn't seem to be mentally ready. Suffered a lot of disappointment in the Euros, having not featuring for a single game for Gareth Southgate in England, and then coming back and not really being match fit. By not playing those competitive games, you lose your match fitness, and then having to come back after a little break and do pre-season all over again, he was behind others, and it only made sense that Marcos Alonso would start the season. The thing is, at the end of the day, you always want competition for places. Now, Alonso has done well. Then he come in, he scored a few goals. Chilwell scored at the weekend. Cracking goal, by the way. But there's competition there. It's not straightforward, where it seemed to be that way with Chilwell at the end of last season. Alonso's setting his stall out, and it's up to Chilwell to rise to that level and go beyond it. And there were signs that he was beginning to do that on the weekend, which is really, really good to see. Will Marcos Alonso want to leave and go to Inter Milan if he's offered regular first-team football? Or will he decide to stay and fight for his place at Chelsea? And you have to say, bearing in mind we all saw him play for Sunderland years ago, didn't pull up any trees whatsoever. He's coming to Chelsea and has been good for us, you have to say. Marcos Alonso scored goals, created goals, been an influence in the attacking third, has got great ball control. His defensive side of his game's not great, as we all know, but he's made a real impact and he's been an influence on our club since he arrived, and that's important to note. Hopefully he stays and battles with Chilwell for that start throughout the whole of the season, but Inter Milan are lurking and Inter Milan are looking to try and sign him this summer. Then it takes me to the final story in this particular episode today, and it's Saul Niguez and the fact that Thomas Tuchel wanted to protect him this particular weekend against Southampton after a difficult start to life in the Premier League. Now, the guy's got a huge amount of experience. La Liga for Spain. And okay, he had a bad debut against Villa. He got sort of found out. But he's going to have to take some time to get used to the Premier League, to get used to the pace, the physicality, the power of the game. And the fact that compared to La Liga, you can get beat week in, week out by teams that are fighting at the bottom of the league. Whereas compared to La Liga, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to get yourself a win if you're Atletico Madrid. Or you might be made to battle in a few games, but it's pretty much standard that you can expect 3 points every week. At Chelsea, you need to earn the 3 points week in, week out. And Niguez just needs a little bit of time to do so. The fact that Thomas Tuchel sort of come out and spoken about making a decision to just protect him against another possible bad performance, or, not to throw him in the fire. If anything, the Southampton game probably was a better game for him to play and to be involved with. Obviously, we had to make changes second half to try and enforce the game, and we did eventually, which was good to see. But Saul Niguez is a class player. He's someone that is going to just take a little bit of time, as I keep saying, to get used to the Premier League pace, and give it a couple of months. The guy will be flying, I'm sure. But one thing I will say is the emergence of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and he's got to be ahead of Niguez now. When it comes to the holding midfield position, where we had Jorginho, Conte, Kovacic, plus one other, you were thinking that's going to be Saul Niguez when he come in and signed before deadline. The fact that Ruben Loftus-Cheek looks so good in that deeper lying role, playing on the half turn and driving forward with the ball like Kovacic does, you have to wonder whether or not Loftus-Cheek is now ahead of him. It's going to play out during the course of the season. We're going to have to wait and see. But yes, he's made a bit of a dodgy start and just adapting to life, protecting him, which I understand that. But just have faith in the guy. I think the guy will be absolute quality. And yeah, so maybe he'll get a start against Brentford. We have to wait and see. So guys, that's it from me. Just 3 stories in this particular video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, the Chelsea news. Let me know if you do in the comments section below, and drop a like on it for me. Subscribe to the channel. Also make sure you hit that bell for notifications. You're notified when my videos come out. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.